We are going to need a medium-sized grow tent for an upcoming project, and also to test lights in, and Spider Farmer sent over their 36-inch by 36-inch by 70-inch tent for us to take a look at. Getting the tent out of the box is pretty easy, though as always there are warnings all over the box about not using a knife to cut it open. As long as you are careful about it, it will not be a problem though, and they do have a piece of extra cardboard between the tent and the outside of the box to make sure that you do not cut anything important while you are removing it. We have not opened up a new Spider Farmer tent in over a year, and they have made some changes. I was not expecting a whole sheet of stickers, but it was a nice surprise to find them in there. There are a couple of different bags as well. One contains the tent fabric, one has all of the corner pieces, and then there are 2 bags with the poles. Once everything is out of the box, it is time to get it all set up. First up, you will need 4 of the corner pieces and 4 of the poles labeled E. All of the E poles are in the same bag and separate from the F and G poles that will be used for the vertical braces, so you should be able to find them pretty easily. Make sure to set the corner pieces with the black plastic bumper towards the floor and not towards one of the sides, as that will help to keep from damaging the fabric of the tent when placing it on the framework. Everything should snap together pretty quickly, and then you will need to grab the other bag of poles to assemble the vertical braces. Each vertical will need one of the F poles and one of the G poles stuck together and then put into the upper hole on the corner pieces that you just placed. Go ahead and just let them stand upright on their own. They will be fine until we get to the next step. Once all 4 of the vertical poles are in place, grab the last 4 corner pieces and put them on top of the poles. This time make sure that the black plastic bumpers are facing upwards towards the ceiling, and this is for the same reason that we had them pointing towards the floor before. After you have all 4 corners in place, grab the last 4 E-poles and connect all the corner pieces together, which should leave you with a fully assembled frame to put the fabric on. If things are not going together quite right, make sure to check that you have the corners aligned properly with the black plastic bumpers the right way, as having them placed going the wrong direction is the most common reason that folks have a hard time at this stage in the assembly. Once the frame is put together all the way, grab a hold of the bag with the tent fabric, remove it, and find the zipper ends. You will need to completely unzip the entire length of the zipper to get the fabric on the frame correctly, and it will take you a minute to find the zipper ends and get it opened up all the way. Once you get that done, it is time for the most fun part of the process. We need to put the fabric on top of the frame. Find the top of the tent fabric and start to pull it carefully over the top of the framework. As you are pulling it up and over the top, make sure that the sides are getting pulled around as well and that the bottom square is not getting in your way. Go slowly and make sure that the corners of the frame are lined up with the corners of the fabric, and pull the fabric down into place snugly over the frame. Do not force this process, as you can rip the fabric. Once everything is lined up properly, it should just slide down and into place easily, at which point you can move on to the bottom. Tilt the tent up on its side and just start sliding the bottom fabric under the tent. Again, once it is in place, the frame should slide right into it, which will let you start to zip the tent back up again. Start from the back and then zip all the way around until you get to the door. Once you are at this point, the main assembly of the tent is done and you can move on to the final touches and getting your gear installed. For the finishing touches, put the 2 support bars into the top of the tent. This will help to keep it from sagging down if one of your cats decides to jump up there right after you get it set up. Ask me how I know. Along the bottom of the tent, there are 3 rectangular screened vents. To use them, just remove the Velcro covers from the outside of the tent and it will open them up. On the back wall of the tent towards the bottom, there is a 4-inch port that most folks use to bring wires or cables into the tent, and towards the front on the left and right walls, each side gets a 6-inch port. Towards the top of the tent on the left and right walls, there are another set of 6-inch ports and another 4-inch port on the back wall up higher. Finally, there are a pair of 8-inch ports going out the top of the tent, giving you a ton of options for how to set up your ventilation and also what equipment that you can fit in here and use. There is one more new touch that I love, and they have added a hook to the door tie and a hoop onto the matching tent tie so that you can hook the door in place to make sure it stays open while you're in the tent. It is a small thing, but it is a definite quality of life improvement. Overall, I love the new Spider Farmer tents. The zippers are amazing, the tent feels very solid, and we have not had any issues with any of the several tents that we have set up in the last couple of years. If you are looking for an affordable, solid tent that is going to last you for multiple grows, you should definitely check out these ones. I want to give a big thank you to Spider Farmer for sending this tent over for us to take a look at. If you would like to try out any of their gear for yourself, I will leave a link to it on their website in the description down below. Make sure to use code GEEKS at checkout to get an 8% discount on your order. Another big shout out goes to our channel members here on YouTube and patrons over on Patreon that have pledged at the trimmer level. While all of our members and patrons help keep the channel going, you folks have gone above and beyond, and we really appreciate it.